This week on the Danny Brown Show.
This would be a Danny Brown fan, let's face it.
You
know?
Don't do that to my people. My people got a little more, they're a little classier than swallowing spiders.
Crack was responsible for so much good content, so much culture. Thank God for Crack, dude.
If I was your height, my parents would be mad as fuck at me like, this motherfucker ain't in the NBA.
I know.
You ain't shit.
It's the Danny Brown Show. Sit back, relax, you already know why you make studios. It's the Danny Brown Show. We about to get live. Let's go. It's the Danny Brown Show. Sit back, relax, you already know why you make studios. It's the Danny Brown Show. We about to get live. Let's go.
Yo, what's up, yo? It's your boy. Welcome to the Danny Brown Show, live from Austin, Texas at Wild Made Studios. I got the Booth Boys with me. What up, y'all?
What up, man?
How y'all boys doing?
Doing good.
That's right. We got none other than motherfucking Johnny Mitchell in the motherfucking house, man. How you doing,
Dan,
man?
hey, what's up, dog?
I'm doing good, man. Thank you for pulling up, man.
Hell yeah. Thanks for having me, bro.
Where you coming from?
L.A.
Oh, shit.
Just got off the plane, man.
Goddamn L.A., man.
Yeah, it's nasty out
there. Is it getting
there.
better out there?
I thought it was, like the homeless people on my
Yeah.
block. And I'm in a nice area. And we used to have like a mini Skid Row up the street right on Sunset.
Mm-hmm.
And it went away.
Sunset? I thought it was all nice over there.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's why I moved in. But no, after the pandemic, man.
I know. Yeah, that's really, they robbing motherfuckers.
Oh, yeah.
You can't wear your Rolex now.
Dude, you could just steal. And if it's under $1,000, I'm pretty sure they just let you go.
Really?
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
because I do remember seeing that's San Francisco though. Motherfuckers just running up in stores,
Right.
like, crew deep.
I had a
terrorizing.
buddy, my old podcast producer. He's from San Francisco. He's a little
Mm-hmm.
Latino kid. He used to, when they would shoplift, these motherfuckers so didn't give a fuck. They would push the carts out of the store and then call an Uber with
what
their
the
stolen
fuck?
goods. And they would take the time. They wouldn't even run off.
See, in San Francisco, they got the whole shit where they just breaking in cars out there like
Lawless, yeah.
crazy, like
Yeah.
And this motherfucker's really just making a lot of money from doing that shit.
Oh, yeah,
'Cause
big
just-
time. Big time.
I guess it's like with the big tech or whatever the fuck, and like a lot of tourists and shit.
Yeah.
And they just leaving like their laptops and just all type of shit in their cars and shit.
It's
man.
organized now too. Like a
damn it.
kingpin will send, like a bunch of wolves, teenagers out to just smash and grab, hundreds of thousands worth of shit.
There was shit like that in Detroit too.
Oh, yeah.
Some shit like that, like a fucking Arab motherfucker owned a liquor store or some shit, or like some pawn shop and shit. And motherfuckers just be going to like Best Buy and like just stealing shit. And they just got because they got their direct motherfucker
Yeah.
that they selling all the shit
Exactly.
too. So that was like a hustle back in the day.
Oh yeah, they've been doing that in Detroit.
Yeah, man.
That's light work. Detroit's been on that rioting shit. We've been on that robbing shit. It's been on that larceny shit.
I would definitely say I've definitely been. Well, I guess. I mean, back in the day, like getting beat up for your starter jacket, or like a motherfucker taking your Jordans or
Remember
something
how
like
fat
that.
the starter was?
Man,
Remember you had that Michigan starter?
what
That Michigan Wolverine starter?
The Michigan, that was a popular one. Duke Blue Devils. If you had a Duke Blue
Yeah.
Devils, motherfuckers was taking your shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Swear to God, I don't
Yeah.
know, something about that devil on the back
Yeah.
made motherfuckers just want to rob your
Yep,
ass, man.
Exactly.
I had a Duke Blue Devils. And remember the sock hats, the hats they used to fucking tie up on
Of
the top and
course,
shit.
of
I had one of
course.
those. Fucking playing Street Fighter, motherfucker took my sock hat. I still remember.
Wait, he took it while you were playing
Yeah,
Street
because
Fighter?
I'm so into the game. I didn't even realize the motherfucker snatched my hat off my head in Coney Island. I'm up in a Coney, just motherfucking skipping school, playing Street Fighter. That's what I get for skipping school, though.
Right.
Skipping school, playing Street Fighter and shit. Motherfucker snatched my hat off my head, man. But the worst shit was going home. I had to tell your parents, you lost your shit, or a motherfucker took your shit. That
Yeah,
used to be the worst.
They'd
man.
act like you were the one that did it.
Yes, I mean, you was in trouble for that shit. Because, I mean, they worked for that shit.
Yeah.
Worked their hard-earned money and shit. And then,
Exactly.
my mom had like fucking 3-4 kids and shit. And fucking, buying everybody a starter jacket and fucking matching hats. That shit, they put themselves through a lot to do that shit. So thank
Yeah.
you, Mom. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, man, how Austin Treat. I mean, you just got here, but
Yeah.
I feel like you was here not too long ago.
Yeah, I was here a couple months ago doing this show or doing Tom's pod.
Yeah.
Tom and Christina's. I've been coming to Austin. Austin's dope. You
I
know?
mean, I love it out here. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, it's just, coming from Michigan. It's just,
Do you feel like you're here because you lived such a crazy life and you were this rock star rapper for a time and still are, and like you had to just come to a place that was just calm?
I
Is that
wouldn't
why you
say
like it?
Austin is that kind. We got that homeless shit too.
Yeah,
mean,
no, I know, but
these
you can live on acres.
I mean, it's just a lot of healthier eating. I would say here, and just just getting that vitamin D, man. One thing about growing up in Michigan, like you always like when winter come, like it's brutal, and you might be in the house. I mean, it helped a lot with my creative aspect and me making music and stuff. But me being in the house for such a long period of time and just working on stuff.
That makes sense. That's why Detroit rappers are some of the most lyrical, because you're inside from October to May.
Yeah, definitely, and you just in studio, just working on music and shit. So. And just, I can't deal with it no more.
Yeah.
I can't deal with it. Like, I guess it comes with old age. Just getting older. And, like, because even when I go back home, like, before I had, went to rehab, I had, went home and did a show. And it wasn't really, like, cold like it would be. Like, it wasn't the worst. But it's like I felt it in my bones. I'm like, man, thank God I live in Texas, man. Great old state of Texas, man.
Are you buying property now in Detroit? Because it's coming back, they say.
They always say that, man.
They're always saying that.
They've been saying that for 20 years. You can buy a house for $200. You know what I'm saying?
You know what it's like? It's like the homesteading acts back in like the 19th century. They would tell white people from the East, just go west. If you work the land, we'll give it to you.
I mean, it's like everything else. It was definitely getting a lot better. And then when the pandemic happened, it was like a lot of shit got shut down, man.
Yeah.
Like a lot of my favorite restaurants ain't there no more. So yeah, man, going back home, man, it's always like a bittersweet. Because every time I'm always missing home, getting homesick being out here sometimes. Yeah. And just want to go home. But then as soon as I get home, I'll be like, why am I here, man? Like, let me get my ass back, man.
Exactly.
Where the sun is at, man. It's too fucking cold, man.
Yeah, no, that's a fact.
So you were born and raised in L.A.?
No, I'm from Portland, Oregon.
Oh, shit.
So same thing, raining all fucking year round. Rainy and cold, man.
Portland is gangster too, man.
Yeah, Portland's low-key on some gangster shit. People don't realize that.
It's fucking dangerous.
You know what's funny? Only black people know about Portland's gangster side.
What?
Every white person, I tell them I'm from Portland, and they're like, oh, you're soft, you're a stereotype, you know what I mean? You're a weirdo, have your own garden or whatever. No, Portland is like, I think Portland had a record murder rate last year.
Really?
Like more than like the crack years even, yeah.
Because, I mean, they just look at it like motherfuckers just wearing car hats and drinking coffee all day. But no, man, I mean, I guess with the whole, they be on their activism shit.
Yeah,
you know
yeah, oh yeah, Antifa smoke you out there.
Yeah, when that shit was going down, because I got a few cousins and shit, a couple friends that live in Portland, and I can just see them like they whole vibe changed from being in that motherfucker. Like, they on the edge and shit.
Black people smoke meth in Portland. That's how Portland is.
Yeah,
like black people do white people shit there. They smoke, they sell meth. I was locked up with a lot of dudes, like a lot of like heroin, a lot of like Northwest dreary weather drugs out there. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, I get it. I mean, just the whole shit. I mean, any place that has like that gloomy feel over it, where it's just like raining a lot, it's just, it's just bad vibes in some sense.
Yeah.
Not saying like, I love Portland, to be honest. Every time I've been out there, I've had a great time.
Would you play, what venues do you do when you go out there?
I can't really remember.
The Roseland?
Yeah.
The Roseland Theater? Fire.
That's where I always be.
Fire.
I'm always at the Roseland Theater.
Yep.
And then I think it's Showbox in Seattle. Is it?
Sounds right.
Something like that. But I love it out there, man. Every time I'm out there, I mean, it's one of those, because it's not really too far off from being in Michigan to me. In some sense, it give me that same vibe.
It's a lot of trees.
It's just give me that same vibe. Like, I just feel like, and then the people out there are super dope. I mean, any place where it's like open-minded. And then, like the strip clubs out there.
Fire. The best. I try to tell motherfuckers, man.
Like the strip club scene out there, man. Oh, man. You like them tattooed up.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Them bitches be having tattoos on their souls.
Yeah, and they're vegan and shit.
Oh,
you know?
Man. That's
do you know why we have the best strip clubs? It's the laws. So most states, the strippers can't be fully naked and the place serves alcohol. You could have all that in Oregon for some reason.
I mean, I love it, man. Them bitches be naked at the coffee shops.
I know. That's right. Yeah.
You pull up, get you a latte, bitch got the titties out, and you're like, God damn, it's a great time here.
Yeah, nice white girl titty meat out there,
I mean, I feel like it's the white people Atlanta. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, Portland is the white people Atlanta, dude.
The bitches move there to dance.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
If you want to get your money right, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Black bitches move to, I feel uncomfortable saying black bitches. Black queens move to Atlanta to strip, and white bitches move to Portland to get it on.
That's definitely the thing. I mean, I would say I'm not more, because I was going to strip. Cause Detroit, we always had like the whole like the underground scene of that shit. Like where it's like the fucking, the late night shits. The shits don't start to fucking 3 a.m.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? To go to them shits. You can get your dick sucked and all that shit.
Yeah.
I was actually going to them way before I was old enough to fucking go to a real strip club. And then by the time I went to a real strip club, I'm like, damn, this shit lame kind of.
Right, exactly. You can't fuck.
Yeah, it was weird to me, man.
Have you been to strip clubs in Austin? Do you like the Red Rose? Do you like some of these ones
it's
on the
kind of
out?
out of my system.
Yeah.
Like I said, like just being, I mean, because I was going to them so young. I think I fucked myself up. I think if I would have, did that shit later in life, I probably would still be into it. But every time I'd be like, I mean, like, obviously, like I say, I go to Portland and Seattle, in that area, I'll go.
Yeah.
But
just it's kind of a novelty.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of more, it's just a different vibe.
Yeah.
It's kind of more funner,
Do you feel like you're glad you got that stuff out of your system young? I think that's the way to do it as a man.
I think it is with a lot of shit.
It's the way to do it. You should not peak young as a man.
Yeah,
as a man, if you're coming into your best years in your late 30s, early 40s, that's perfect. Because then you can, marry a woman who's younger. You can have kids.
Then you'll be a little more creepier, to be honest.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's I'm on that creep shit, Danny Brown. I'm on that creep shit. My girl's 23, dude.
Oh,
I gotta use the internet fame while I have it.
Y'all be in that bitch making TikToks together and shit?
No.
God damn it.
No, you know what? I show her the good shit. Like I showed her like Willie Dynamite, the blaxploitation movie the other day. She loved it. I showed her Heat. You got to show the youth. Yeah, you got to guide the youth.
You teaching her. You teaching her
exactly.
Right. That's the way. I guess that's the best way to look at it.
She's way too young.
Me, man, I can't. Young girls drive me crazy, man.
How old's your girl?
45.
How old are you?
42.
Oh shit! Progressive. Woke Danny Brown, dude. Giving these cougars some love.
I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
I think it's just. I mean, but I'm always been like an old soul kind of person, so I don't think I could really gel well with someone younger than me, to be honest.
Yeah. No. It's very rare what I have. She's an immigrant. She's from Iran, so they all grow up.
Okay.
10 years. They're 10 years more mature than the average LA white girl.
And me personally, I'm a wild motherfucker, so I need that discipline.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I need it because I can't have a girl that's not gonna, that's just gonna tell me, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm fucking up.
You can't have a yes woman.
Yeah, no, definitely not me.
Yeah, you got to be home.
Bad.
If you're
it's all bad. It's all bad. So shit, how much time you did?
Oh, about 2 years. Just a little hiccup.
Yeah, I did a year in the county, and that was the worst.
Oh my God, in Michigan.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine fucking Wayne County jails.
It was the worst.
They're probably like, penitentiaries in terms of like the fighting and it's probably like your time in county was probably as hard as my time in the pen.
I mean, I wouldn't know, but I know most people that was like penitentiary motherfuckers that was doing county time. They always be like, man, I'd rather be in the pen. Like they was always saying shit like that.
Yeah, because at least there's a routine and it's home and
it'll always be for dumb reason. Like, man, you can smoke when you want to. Shit like that. I'd be like, fuck that, man. My whole shit. I mean, the thing that scared me most is just like how most places like the racial divide. And shit like that, and like the blacks with the blacks or the Mexicans, like that shit's scary to me, man. I don't want to be in no situation like that, man.
Yeah. It feels like the 1950s. Everybody's segregated. You're like, what the fuck?
But my thing, man, I'm glad for my jail time. I definitely know that I wouldn't be where I'm at right now if I didn't go through that.
What were you locked up for?
Weed.
Selling weed?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, me and you both, man.
I mean, I've sold crack and all that shit.
You never got caught for selling crack, though?
Nope.
Wow. That's funny. I never got caught for selling coke.
Yep. See, that was the thing. But then I got caught up with weed. Because you know why? I mean, with crack and all them, they sketchy drugs. So they treat it as such. Mm-hmm. But when you selling weed, you got your homeboy pulling up with the sounds banging, everybody coming in, hood rat bitches and all that shit.
You're not as careful.
It's just ratchet.
Yeah, you're not as careful.
And then now, fucking weed is just fucking everywhere now.
I know.
And it's like, fuck, give me my year back, bitch.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? I'm so pissed about that shit.
I know. We should get like a credit. We should be able to like do like a year's worth of crime.
Yeah, give me some like fucking restitution or some shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Like, give me free weed for life or something.
Yeah, like something, man.
Yeah,
like that shit is all fucked up, man. Because now I feel like that shit was like all planned in some sense. They always knew they was going to legalize weed in some sense.
Well, I mean, I think for years, like so many people tried to not have it be legalized. Because think about how many people make money off of it.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
The DEA, all the way down to the state, the sheriff, the local, drug squads, the prison guards. It supports so many people.
Mm-hmm.
Like weed being legal, it's like 60% of the drugs or more that get used it's weed. So it kind of makes sense why they didn't want to legalize it.
And just the prison industries in general.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just a business in itself.
Exactly.
So just motherfucker work a regular 9-to-5 job and fucking get off work and buy a dime bag and get pulled over. Now you got probation.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? The state getting that money and shit like that. And that shit is wrong, man. I mean, I mean, it's not legalized all over America and some
Yeah.
shit. So you still got these certain places. I mean, shit in Texas.
Yeah, of
It still ain't even all the way that cool, you know? So you still got certain places where you just not free to smoke weed. I mean, I'm glad it is in Michigan.
Yeah.
But it's almost like a reverse effect too, because it's like now when the fucking weed get legal, then the weed is fucking everywhere.
I know.
So the motherfuckers that was really supporting themselves off that shit now
I
it's
know.
like they literally killing the drug industry now.
I know, dude. They're squeezing out the hustlers, man. I
yeah.
miss the old days.
Now you got to sell fentanyl and get 30 years.
Exactly. It's not fair, man. It's not fair. I think it would have been a good thing if they could have just not made the sentences so harsh. I think we had a good thing going with the war on drugs. I really do.
And not too long ago, a motherfucker got caught in Detroit with a weed vending machine.
Wow.
He just had a vending machine set up at his crib. Motherfuckers was just pulling up, copping out the vending machine. I was
Yeah.
like, oh my God, that's genius. Like motherfuckers like that, man, they should get they should put them in business. Like,
I
man,
know.
you just revolutionized the game, man. This is
know.
what we should do.
But I hate like walking into like one of those LA. It looks like an Apple store.
Yeah, definitely.
You know,
yeah, I know you
it's
got to
just-
go buy off the iPad and all that shit. I mean,
I don't know. I miss when you pull up to a 7-Eleven.
I used to do sketchy shit buying weed, man. We used to
Yeah.
run off. Motherfuckers will run off on your ass.
Yes, of course.
Like you can go to like certain blocks where it's like a lot of motherfuckers hustling on the block, and if you ain't really know nobody or know nothing like that, and you trying to buy weed, motherfuckers just take your money and run. You be sitting there looking stupid, like where my weed at?
Oh, trust me. Yeah, there was that happened to me in my early days too. Oh my god.
Like
you
where
know,
my weed at? That
dude, a
shit-
senior in high school, I'd be looking for like a pack, you know, and it was I was always like an older like black kid like in high school, and he'd be like, "Yo, give me $60. I'll run. My cousin got it. He's got the fucking line on it all." And I'm like, "Well, what are you gonna give me as like collateral?" And he'd be like, "Here, take this jacket." And he doesn't give a fuck about the jacket. The jacket's Goodwill. You know?
I remember one of the worst times I got caught up. My aunt, she had just got off work and shit, and she was like, "Man, where the weed at? Take me get some weed." I'm like, "All right." So I took her to go get some weed and shit, and it was like this one spot, and I go up in the spot to get the weed and shit, and knock on the door. You know, normal shit. They like, come in, which they would never tell me to do. They
Of
like,
course.
come in, and because they had it was one of those spots where the doorknob would be gone. And
Yeah.
you just stick the money
Of
through the
course.
doorknob hole and they put the weed or whatever. But for some reason, they like, come in. My dumb ass go in. It's the fucking narcs. They already got the motherfucker raided. So they just sitting there just catching motherfuckers coming to buy weed. And they throw my ass in the room and make me get on my knees and shit, get against the wall. I go up in there and get up against the wall. Look, my sister in there too. I'm like, what the fuck? And they did that shit for hours. And imagine how many cases the motherfuckers got just for going to buy weed, man.
And just
So-
bring the paddy wagon out. We'll get them all in, dude.
and take them in just for a fucking dime bag.
Now, what was your hustle like when
What
you
you
were
mean?
getting it on? Like, what did it look like? Because I used to send pounds out to the Detroit area.
Oh
you
man,
know?
we was one point in time we was getting our shit from AZ though,
yeah.
and we would go out there and like do that shit, man. But
So, were you selling wholesale, or were you just like
no,
buying
I was
wholesale?
I was a
and then
spot
just-
worker.
Yeah,
I was a spot
okay,
worker.
wow.
So I had the big homie. Man.
Yeah.
I was just the guy that sit in the spot all day playing Dreamcast,
Yeah,
coming selling weed and shit. You know what I'm saying? Just buying Jordans and fucking,
yeah.
just
That's-
little petty hustling to be honest.
That's old school trapping.
Mhm, yeah,
you
old
were
school
like
trapping.
you were trap housing. Wow.
Cause my whole thing, man, I never I mean, don't get me wrong, I got up to weight and shit like that,
Yeah.
but it was always, man, it was too much pressure.
It is.
It's too much pressure, man, because I remember just like being in the crib with like pounds and shit and be like, man, motherfucker gonna rob me.
Mm-hmm.
Any given day, somebody gonna kick this dough in. Because once they find out you got that shit, it's like you're a target at that
Of
point.
course,
You know,
of course.
so I was always just scared. And then if you ain't really got it like that, where you got stash houses and shit like that, that shit is kind of sketchy, man. So to be having like a whole bunch of weight in your crib and shit, that shit was just sketchy to me.
Yeah, it's a different thing in Detroit to be a big time drug dealer. Like death is always around the corner.
Yeah, definitely. Because it's jack boys. Like,
Yeah.
motherfuckers are gonna rob you. It's
Wolves.
just, that's certain people hustle.
Yes, of course.
You know, so you gotta watch
Exclusively.
out for that shit. It's just it was too much pressure being on that level.
And then you didn't like selling crack, or it just wasn't your.
Selling crack was kind of fun. I ain't gonna lie, man. As dumb as that sounds, it was kind of like I said, it was more of a sketchy thing. And then it was like an all night situation. You gotta
Yeah.
think selling weed was damn near like a 9 to 5 job. You
Yeah.
got the fucking morning rush, then you got the kids on lunch breaks and shit like that, and fucking motherfuckers get off work. But then about like 1 a.m, 2 the spot shut down. Like
Yeah.
selling crack, that's when it's just not starting to get
Of
lit.
course,
Like
of
so
course.
you gotta be up. So we'll work all fucking night, probably go to bed at like 11 in the morning.
Did you think too? You were like, now I got something to rap about. Now I got.
Yeah.
Come
that
on.
was the dumbest shit.
Come on, bro.
That was the dumbest shit because I always knew I was gonna be a rapper.
Yeah,
So I needed my content.
Yeah, of
I'm like, I
course,
gotta have my
of course.
content. And all my favorite rappers talked all that gangster shit. So I ain't want to just be no fucking. So even though my music still sounds nerdy as fuck, but I talk about the same shit most rappers talk about.
Well,
to
that's
be
why
honest.
it's so dope, though. That is because it's got like hipster beats and the hipster vibe. Like you were one of the first hipster rappers, but you're still talking that gangster shit.
I wouldn't say I was the first. I
One
would
of the
say,
first, though.
Cool Kids. I would say Cool Kids was like probably the first.
Who are they?
That. Cool Kids was from Chicago.
What
they were
was
like
their
the
hit,
first
though? What was-
rappers.
what was
I seen Black Mags. They were like the first rappers I seen where I was like, damn, you can rap about other shit and it sounds cool.
You could be silly. Well, you know who was a hipster rapper, in my opinion? Mac Dre.
Yeah, definitely.
Mac Dre was a hipster rapper. He
Definitely.
was talking about being goofy and shopping at like Safeway
And
and
the
Payless
Thiz.
and like going stupid. Like it was like, and he would have that like grimy shit too on the B-sides on his album. But he was like, he
It was
wasn't
all about
scared to just
fun
be
with him.
fun. Yeah.
Like taking,
Yeah.
he was the first person I really feel like hearing like a black rapper talk about taking ecstasy and shit
Yep,
like that. Like,
exactly.
I've never really heard that shit like
Yep.
that. And even though like being in Detroit, we had like a whole peel like, thing.
Well, yeah, because raves are big, right? Like
Yeah, we
warehouses
had that
and
whole
shit.
thing and shit, but it wasn't really like glorified. I wouldn't say glorified, but
Yeah.
it wasn't like a cool thing to do.
No,
Like
no,
if you
no.
be in the hood, motherfuckers like he take ecstasy, you'd be like, oh shit, watch out for us, because we didn't know what the shit did.
course.
It was just one of those like sketchy, like it was kind of like sketchy. Motherfucker look at you like you doing meth
Right.
back then, but the motherfuckers that fucked with it, that was what it was. But I feel like that was just a different time then, because it was still like crack and all that shit.
Yeah, yeah. Crack was responsible for so much good content, so much culture. Thank God for crack, dude. Thank you
Yeah.
for destroying ghetto America, because
Well,
there was so many movies, TV shows. Think about Hollywood's now exploiting. They always exploit like black shit 20 years after. Like they're making all these shows like Snowfall's about
Yeah.
Rick Ross, right? The Wire was like probably the first one. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So many different power,
Yeah.
right? It's kind of funny.
No, it's hilarious, man. We are supported by Adam and Eve. Who wants better sex? And who wants to start having better sex immediately? The best way to get started is to go to adamandeve.com right now. Adam and Eve is offering 50% off just about any item, plus free shipping, which includes rush processing. More than that, Adam and Eve wants to make your life easy. They offer discreet shipping as your privacy is a priority, plus 100% free shipping with rush processing on your entire order. Doesn't matter how much you spend or what you buy. All will be packaged and sent discreetly for free and fast. Don't wait. Better sex is just a click away. That's 50% off one item. Free shipping with free rush processing. Bring more pleasure and satisfaction into your bedroom. Just go to adamandeve.com and select any one item. It could be an adventurous new toy or anything you desire. Just enter offer code DannyB at checkout. That's Danny B, DANNYB at adamandeve.com. This is an exclusive offer specific to this podcast, so be sure to use code DannyB to get your discount. 100% free shipping and get it fast with rush processing. Code Danny B. All right, let's jump into some of these questions, man. You can always hit me up at Danny at theDannyBrownShow.com. It's Danny at theDannyBrownShow.com. First up, we got Ask Danny. Ask Danny! How to be more smooth. I feel like you're a smooth motherfucker, man. You got this one.
Oh shit.
What's up, Danny? I'm a new fan, but you're my favorite artist right now. Got tickets to see you and Peggy in Baltimore this summer, and I can't wait. My question is, how to get bitches? I never had much luck with the ladies. Recently, though, I lost a ton of weight, 120 pounds. I got more confidence. I'm expensive. Oh, you got a long word. I'm getting more female attention, and I got more confidence. Only problem is I still can't talk to women for a second, so I lose their attention as almost fast as I get it. I want to know how to be more smooth and relaxed around women. Got any words of wisdom? Love the show, love the music. Can't wait to see you and Peggy in Baltimore. Shouts out to Colin.
Nice.
I mean, it seems like an easy thing, man. You got fucking social media and shit, man.
Yeah.
You doing the old school method, trying to go meet bitches at the club and
Right.
shit at the bar. I feel like that's creepy. They be scared of you and shit when you walk up on these girls.
I like that actually. I think it's novel now because most people aren't walking up.
Yeah,
when you
definitely
pull,
is.
When you pull the walk up, introduce yourself, act like you don't give a shit. Remember, it's like getting bitches is like a negotiation. The one who wants it the least always has the advantage.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the mindset I used to take into my, openings.
I guess the whole part is just not to be so creepy. You know, like when you go in and just be like, I mean, I think honesty is probably the best way to go about it. Like if you go up and try to like have like fucking pickup lines and shit like that, that's when you look creepy and shit. And bitches ain't fucking with that shit, especially in this day and age.
Yeah,
so
this ain't the early 90s.
And then you know the vibes. You gotta feel the vibe. Just going, walking up to a girl and asking her name and just getting to start to talk to her is just enough right there.
Exactly.
And you can see where it's going. So I think the best thing to do is just not to be creepy about it and just being honest. Like, be like, damn, I think you're cute.
Yeah.
Like, you know, what's your number and shit? Like, you know, so I think that's the best way to go about it. Trying to have game and shit, like that shit is played out. Like, this ain't fucking, what's up, lady? Like, you know.
We've heard it all.
Yeah. Like that shit is
They're like
gonna make you look
jokes.
creepy.
We've all heard them.
So I think that's just the best way to do. Even that whole term of how to be more smooth, like you know, trying to be smooth is, you know, you're not being yourself.
If you gotta ask, how do I be more smooth?
Yeah.
Guess what? It's not in you.
Yeah.
You're not smooth.
You gotta have it in you, man.
You gotta so just be yourself.
So I think that's the best way to go about it, just being yourself. And I mean, you know, I feel like, man, all the shots you take, you're gonna at least make one. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about, you know, you gotta strengthen numbers, man.
That's
you know what I'm saying? So that's just the best way to go about it. But I don't think people really meet people like that in public no more, man.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's been so long since I went out and met somebody at a bar, a club, a fucking club. What is that? Like, I'm in comedy clubs, so I meet women after shows and shit, which is also a bad idea. But yeah, I don't know. I have multiple lines on these bitches. Have your social media game, your Instagram game, your DM game, have your Hinge or your Tinder, and then when you have different chicks you're talking to, when you're at a bar and you want to approach somebody, it don't matter either way because you're talking to 4 or 5 other prospects. So if she shoots you down, whatever, you know? Yeah,
for the most part, it's like, man, you just really got to just like have your social media game together too, because I feel like that's a good, like, you know, because even like asking a girl for their number, if you just be like, what's your Instagram? You know, y'all exchange Instagram, then she look at your shit, and you want that motherfucker doing fly shit. You get what I'm saying? It's like,
if you're on a boat, it helps.
Yeah, the game halfway won.
Yeah, but if you got a picture of like a microwave pizza, and you're like Saturday night, you're trying to be funny,
or you got a cute ass dog, and you got mad.
You think a cute ass dog is good for a man's?
She'd be like, I like your dog. Like,
right?
Yeah, you know, that's good. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, they see you taking good care of your animals and shit.
Yeah,
women love that kind of shit, man.
And who's Peggy?
Peggy, the JPEG Mafia. That's my boy. We just did an album together. Scaring the hoes out, not go cop that shit.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, we be on the road soon.
It's called
man.
Scaring the Hoes?
Yeah.
That's so dope.
Yeah, because that was always a thing.
Talking about being smooth.
Because that was always a thing with our music. It was like a meme in some sense where people always be like, man, don't put that Danny Brown around the bitches, man. You scaring the hoes. So we just embraced it pretty much. I mean, I just feel like that's just internet culture shit. That's one thing you can't do, man. You can't run from the memes, man. You can't run from that shit. Once you try to run from it and try to like, separate yourself from that shit. You just make yourself look like more of a joke. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so,
embrace it because it's all marketing is good.
But the funny part about it was almost like a reverse thing where when we put it out, it was like, man, you get a lot of women. They're like, this shit ain't scaring me. I love this kind of shit. You know, like why y'all always think like, you know, women like just want to just listen to like some normie ass shit.
Right.
Like, we creative too. We like, you know, we like alternative shit too. Like, so they got like kind of, you know, they got kind of mad about that shit. So there's a lot of girls that like the album. So shouts out to y'all ladies with the open mind. All right, next up we got Ask Danny. Need a grown man's perspective. Hi, Danny. My ex is 30. I'm 29. Have been going on and off for like 9 years. Every time he comes around, oh shit, I thought it was a dude. Every time he comes around when I try to talk about something serious, he shuts down. He leaves anytime there's an argument, can't communicate for shit. We never get past the problems. After he disappears, he calls and says he won't work things out, but then won't talk to me or do anything he says he would. We're both idiots, and I won't stop going back and forth. And I've never been in a normal committed relationship. Can you give me a grown man's perspective on what I should do?
Yikes.
Are all the guys idiots who are scared of commitment and can't communicate, or does he just not like me? He loves you, so if you could read this, say, fuck you, Jeremiah, treat Angel better, or just leave her alone, man. P.S. I love you and your laugh too, Angel. Well, Angel, I can't lie. I have this problem too. Like me and my girlfriend, every time we get into like a big thing, I kind of shut down too. And I think for the most part, it's just anger. And you know, I think he don't want to say nothing that he don't mean at the time, just out of anger. So that's for the most part why I shut down. And it's hard to deal with your emotions being a man. Like just being emotional like that and being like, and just especially when you're in the wrong and you know you're wrong. You know, you just want to because time is always your best friend in those situations. So for me, man, I have this problem too, so I don't really know how to really answer it. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, I think communication is the key to everything. So, you know, just telling motherfuckers how you feel and shit, you can always work out the problems. But sometimes a motherfucker just get too fucking angry. And then I be mad at myself for a lot of shit. A lot of times when I got into it with my girl, I'll be mad at myself how I fucked up or how I even let myself get into the situation. So I be feeling shame. You know what I'm saying? Last thing you want to do is talk.
Yeah.
Or be like that. Or when you're just angry, sometimes you say shit you don't mean just out of anger. So the best thing to do is just not say nothing.
Well, also, and may I give another take here? Angel, it sounds like you might also be one half of the problem. Because didn't she say she's never been in a normal relationship?
Yeah.
So clearly there's some toxicity issues coming from you, my dear. So...
Oh, no, she said we're both idiots.
Okay.
And she want to stop going back and forth and have a normal committed relationship.
Oh, I see. Okay. So, all right, good. You're self-aware. You realize the problem. This might just also not be the person, you know? This might also not be the one for you. Because when you meet that person, you know, it tends to be easy and fun 90% of the time. And then she might catch you, you know, DMing, some whore you met at the Red Rose while you're away for a night. And then you have to, you know, and that's when your communication skills come out. And that's when, you know, that's when conflict resolution comes into play, right? And that's what takes a real man to, beg you for his forgiveness. But yeah, I don't know, dude. If you're just fighting and arguing all the time, that shit probably, I don't know, doesn't sound like it's got a good shot of working out.
And like for me, I knew me and my girl, a lot of my problems was coming from my drinking. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, you know, like with all my relationships, to be honest. So me just going to rehab and, you know, getting over that shit. You know, that definitely, ever since I've been back home, we've been cool, you know. We get into it about normal shit, but for the most part, not nothing that's been too crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I think for the most part, my drinking was my worst enemy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Interesting.
And that was just all coming from a place of just, you know, a motherfucker was just, you know, pandemic shit, all that shit. I wasn't really working and shit.
So this was recent. This was pandemic alcoholism.
Yeah, I'm only been out of rehab for 2 months now. Yeah, it's only been 2 months.
Was the podcast on hold?
Yeah. I mean, you know, we record episodes and shit, so that was cool that we was able to keep it going while I was gone. So.
Would you come in here fucked up?
All the time. All the time.
I bet the fans miss some of that content.
Yeah, no. I mean, I'm a lot more clear-minded now. A lot of time I would just, because like I say, at the end stages, I was becoming an angry drunk.
That's no good.
Nah, it's not good. And like I said, and I was, so like I've said a lot of shit I didn't mean to a lot of people, you know, and it's always like, and during that drinking phase, it's always like I was hurting the people that was most close to me. Yeah. And that's when I knew it was all getting fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So thank God, man. Thank God I got over that shit, man. Because a lot of people don't make it out, man. That's one thing I learned about being in treatment, man. There's a lot of people. I never really was a beer drinker.
What'd you drink?
I want to get tequila, nice. I want to get it going.
Yeah, you're a party guy. I mean, you're a fun guy, Danny Brown.
Yeah, but I learned that, I mean, more and more as I'm getting used to being sober, I always thought like drinking and shit is what, you know, just drinking, like that's what made me fun. But it's like, no, it's just in me. You know, like I'm smooth. You know what I'm saying? It's in me. You know what I'm saying? I can have fun without it now. So that's been great. I went out to, like you said, you're going to be at Cap City tonight. I went not too long ago and just going out to comedy clubs and shit. I was like, man, I don't know if that's a good idea. Cause
everybody's drinking.
Yeah, but I went, I had a great time. Yeah. And everybody that's hanging out with me like, dang, Danny, you seem like you're in a better place. And I am.
That's good.
I'm definitely a lot more happier, just, you know. And just, I mean, one thing I definitely don't miss is the fucking hangovers.
It's brutal. That's why I had to stop drinking.
I would drink a lot. And it would take me damn near sometimes 3 days to recover. Just to get back to being normal.
Exactly.
Now I'm waking up. I'm good. I'm fucking going to the gym and shit now. It's like, man, so I've been great. I mean, the only thing is, like I say, I didn't have any intentions on stopping to smoke weed.
Yeah, that's a big step. I don't know how you do that.
I mean, can't even do that. Don't even know either, man, to be honest, man. I'm not saying I want to.
You want to relapse? I brought some weed.
No,
Come on,
I'm good. I'm good.
I'm kidding, man.
I mean, talking to my therapist, he just was like, you know, and I'm just telling him how it been, you know, trouble for me to sleep and just, well, even working, like just working, just like being in the studio and making music. Weed was always a big part of that.
Yeah.
you know, and it's almost like hard to like do everything that I used to do where weed was like the burger to the fries or the fries to the burger.
Got
whatever
it.
the fuck.
Gives you that hit of energy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
sometimes I get stuck on a bar or something. Like, all right, let me go smoke a joint real quick. Come back, write the song, you know.
Yeah.
But I think as the time been progressing and more, you know, he just like give it 90 days, and if you still feel like, you know, smoking weed ain't a big deal, man. You know.
Yeah.
whatever.
Just as long as it doesn't go back to the big one, which is drinking.
Drinking, yeah.
That's the
but
main thing.
it never really went hand. I mean, it never really went hand in hand to me. Because when I was drinking, I wasn't really smoking weed like that. If I do other drugs, it's like I don't really need weed. I mean, except maybe like Molly or something. I like to smoke weed when I do Molly.
Did you smoke crack ever?
Fuck no.
Okay. Check this out. Check this out. Years after the crack epidemics waned, I now, knowing what I know about drugs, I'd try it once. I'm not even bullshit. I would smoke crack once. Just to say I did it because it's rock and roll. And come on, how bad can it be if you just do it one time?
I mean, it make you look like if you do coke, like it ain't nothing but
It's
cooked up.
exactly. It's just cooked up coke.
Yeah, but
it's just cooked up coke.
I've seen motherfuckers go crazy. Like I remember the most. I mean, I was like probably like 18, something like that, and it just traumatized me in some sense. This bitch went in the back. She smoked some crack, and the next thing I know, she just came out butt ass naked, just smacking herself, going crazy. She thought bugs or something was crawling on her.
Oh, damn.
And just something seeing that was like, oh, fuck no. And then just the smell of it.
Yeah.
Like the smell of somebody smoking crack, man. I remember one time my uncle, this motherfucker was hiding out smoking crack and shit, and I didn't know what the fuck he was doing. You know, he was just sneaking. And I remember it was like a kitchen counter, kind of like that, like, you know, just like a little sex type shit. And I just see his eyes just come up like,
oh shit!
Like looking around and shit, then go back, and then I just smell the poop of crack smoke, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on in here?
So his eyes came up like a hippopotamus coming above water.
And he was looking around, like, then he'll go back down,
back down.
and then I smell the crack come back up, like, what the fuck is going on?
Ah, damn.
So just
no, I would only do it once. I wouldn't let it get that bad.
I mean, that's the point of it. They say you do it once, next thing you know, you can't stop.
Shit. That's what addiction is. All right.
Yeah.
I won't do it, I guess.
That's why I'm glad, like in Michigan, meth never really been a thing. I
Right.
mean, maybe like upskirts or somewhere, like
Yeah.
but like in the city, meth never been a thing. In every city that I feel like where meth is a thing, like even here in Austin, like you just see like a lot of like fucked up motherfuckers and just like I don't know, just like meth and like motherfuckers do that shit. They just don't give a fuck about nothing no more.
Exactly.
It's the whole part of, man, no one wants to be like me. I used to do a lot of Adderall, like a lot of Molly, and be up for like maybe 2 days sometime. And just that alone, man, like I can't imagine being up 3-4 days.
3-4 days. Yeah.
Running around trying to do shit. Like, of course you're gonna fucking go crazy and start seeing shit.
Yeah.
And then I heard the shit about the shadow people.
What is that?
Like motherfuckers do meth for mad days and shit, and then they don't sleep and shit. Next thing they know, they just start seeing shadows.
Dude, I met so many meth heads being in county and then eventually like prison in Oregon. Dude, I met a guy who had to have both of his knees replaced because he smoked so much meth and would just be walking around, running around, like never sleeping. And he put so much wear and tear on his fucking knees. He was like a center for the Chicago Bears or something, dude. The guy had to get his full ACL replaced in both fucking. How crazy is that?
And now it's like the motherfuckers want fentanyl now.
They want fentanyl.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Like when I was in rehab, there's a lot of motherfuckers in there for fentanyl.
Like fentanyl was the drug that like, oopsies, you got it.
Oh yeah,
you're dead.
yeah.
Now they're like, oh, give me that.
No,
That's the one I
motherfuckers be
want.
keeping Narcan on them.
Yeah.
That's like a thing now. Like blast me back.
Yeah.
And then they be pissed when they do Narcan because because the drugs is out their system and they can't get you can't get high again for like 2 days or some shit like that. So they be pissed.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah,
oh,
that shit crazy, man.
Oh man.
And then I heard now it's like some new shit called Trank.
Which I think is fentanyl mixed with like some form of tranquilizer. And I don't know, man. I mean, people can't just. Why don't we? Wasn't cocaine enough?
No,
It makes the crack era look like, well, he's just smoking crack.
I mean,
That's
now
what
it's to the
fentanyl.
point they putting fentanyl in everything.
Yeah.
So it's like like I was saying, I always talk about. They said he was putting fentanyl in the weed carts.
What? Come
Yeah.
on, man.
So even that's like getting sketchy now.
I was down in for my show, The Connect on YouTube. We go to like these different places and just do these like mini docs.
Yeah, I seen it.
Oh, cool. We went down to Culiacan, which is the capital of Sinaloa, and that's like the headquarters for the Sinaloa cartel. And they take it. That's where they produce most of the fentanyl that gets shipped to America, is in that little region. But if you get caught selling fentanyl in Sinaloa, it's a death sentence. They'll kill you immediately.
Oh,
that's
really?
how serious they take it. It's only for export because they know how poisonous this shit that they're making is.
Man, we one step from fentanyl being in mac sauce, man. Nigga ain't gonna be able to get a fucking burger, man.
Can you imagine?
Nigga coming back to McDonald's every day.
Damn, he OD'd on a Big Mac.
Fucking supersize me, man. God damn it. All right, next up, we got help a girl shoot her shot. Hey, Danny, I'm a big fan of the show. Always look forward to starting my Tuesday mornings with a new episode. I could use some advice. I met this guy after he came to my rescue one night, and I had gotten a flat tire outside of his work. What's a rescue?
Came to her rescue.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought this bitch was like, damn, that's like another form of rehab or something. Like, damn. All right. While I was attempting to change my tire, he offered to help me out. He was a sweet gentleman. Yes, definitely he was, because I don't know how to change a tire for
No,
shit. Bitch.
this is a
Like,
man's man.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
fucked up.
Bitch, you better call AAA.
Yeah. After he helped me get the spare on, we talked, and I feel like there was a connection. I didn't have the nerve to ask for his number then. It's been 2 months, and I'm still thinking about him. Is it too late to show up and see if I can take him out to coffee sometime? I could use some smooth advice. Help your girl out. Thanks, Danny and the Booth Boys. Love from the West Coast. Man, one thing I can say a man love is when a woman shoot her shot.
Absolutely.
Nothing make you feel
Yeah.
like...
No, it's the
you
hottest
feel like
thing.
a bad bitch.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, shit,
Yeah,
man. That will
straight
make his
up.
motherfucking day.
You feel like a hot chick when
Yes,
you
you
do that
like,
shit.
man, I see what bitches go through
Yeah.
all the time,
Yeah.
man. So yeah, I would definitely say, man, I mean, it don't seem like y'all really talk too much where you asked if he was married or
Yeah.
had a girl or some shit like that. So I don't know that situation. But for the most part, I'm pretty sure he got a social media or something like that. Maybe if you that scared to walk up on him, maybe shoot a shot in the DM.
Yeah.
That's probably the best way to go about
Yeah.
it. But I would say, man, it's nothing a man love more than a woman pressing him. Like, what's up?
That's the realest shit ever, dude.
What's up with that dick?
Yeah.
You know what
That's
I'm
how
saying?
my girl got me, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking DM me. Just let her slut out for a second.
Dog.
Yeah, it was
men
great.
love that shit,
Yeah.
man. You would
Yeah.
make and even if he do got some shit going on, and you know he got a relationship or whatever, just based on the fact that he helped you change your tire that day, man. Just you going up and you shooting your shot, that would make his day.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you would make him feel like a bad bitch, man.
And for many women in this situation, even if it doesn't work out with him, shoot it with the next guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like that's so underrated. Men
Yes.
love it.
We love that shit,
Yeah.
man. So yeah, man, definitely go through, or even just go through, bring him a cup of coffee. Just doing that, just do a nice gesture, and you'll feel the vibes. You'll feel the vibes. But if you still thinking about him, and it been months, he got that motherfucker moist. So you definitely need to pull up, man. Shoot your shot, man. I would definitely say, man, this is the best thing to do, man. Men love that shit, man. So definitely do that shit, man. I mean, I guess it seems like she sounds like she a little scared.
Yeah.
Maybe.
That's cute.
I mean, that's this whole generation, man.
I
They so
know.
used to talking to motherfuckers on computers and shit, man.
I know.
I remember back in the day, man, you used to have to press a bitch. You'd be walking up like, damn, man.
How was your game back then? Back in those
Terrible.
days? Yeah,
Terrible.
so was mine.
I mean, I had fucked up teeth.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that was always like a
Yeah.
thing to me. Like, even when, just imagine if a girl would walk up on me, like, impress me, like try to get my number and shit. Then as soon as I smiled, they'd be like, what happened? So that used to always, like, fuck me up. Like, I never used to talk a lot and, like, social settings. So it was always, I mean, I didn't get no confidence. I just had to embrace that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I got my shit
You're
fixed.
talking in sign language and shit.
Like, man, but yeah, it's been a lot of times where a girl be like, I like Danny, or I think Danny's cute, and then they'll see me smile, be like, damn, what happened, nigga? I'll be like, fuck, and just ruin the whole shit.
Oh, you bitch. You
Yes.
bitch.
Yes, man. So yeah, man, that was my whole thing. So I had self-esteem issues, man.
Oh, so did I, man. I was tall and lanky all my life, so I was just I'm always like towering over bitches. You know,
But they
So-
like that shit.
well, to an extent, but like back in the day when before the swag, it was just I just looked like Gumby. I looked like white Gumby.
Oh yeah, and then it seemed like when you the taller, like you just go. Cause I was always, I mean, I'm not tall as your motherfucking ass. If I was your height, my parents would be mad as fuck at me. Like, this motherfucker ain't in the NBA.
I know.
You ain't shit.
Trust me, it was a huge waste.
You
It's
ain't
exactly
shit.
what my mom said to me. Son, you're not shit.
Because I wasn't. I was always kind of. I feel like I was always the tallest in my class.
How tall are you?
Growing up. See, that's the thing. I'm what 6'2", 6'3".
Ah,
but
great height.
I think I stunted my growth by
Why?
smoking weed so early.
Yep.
And that's what it was. Because I've been like this height since 13.
Oh, Jesus
I swear
Christ,
to God,
dude.
I probably would have been about your height or some shit.
And you were probably smoking backwoods or Swishers with tobacco in them and shit.
Philly blunts.
Yeah, Philly blunts.
My actual favorite growing up smoking weed was Optimos.
Optimos, yeah.
The green ones.
Yeah, we didn't smoke them that much in the West Coast, but we knew about them from rap.
Optimos.
You know?
Yeah, I feel like it was more of a Southern thing. I used to hear I feel like a lot of Southern rappers talk about Optimos and shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, Optimos was a thing. But Swishers was always a thing because I remember I was smoking weed for so long, man. I remember when Swisher sweets and blunts and shit was 50 cents.
I remember that shit from the
50 cent
A-Rab.
blunts,
Yeah,
yes.
you go see the A-Rab and he give you underage. He's selling them. He don't give a fuck.
Because 50 cent blunts, blunts is like crazy prices now, man. You gotta.
How much are blunts
I think
now?
a pack of backwoods is like $5.
No, it's got to be more than that.
I mean, probably is, but I don't know. I'm like,
I feel like a Swisher, an individual Swisher now is probably like $2.25.
Really?
Can we look that up? Booth
I mean,
boys?
they can't know the underground prices. I'm pretty sure the internet ain't gonna tell us that.
They got
ain't gonna-
individual, like an average.
Oh yeah, they $2, because I forgot they
right.
started making those little pack thingies.
Right.
I ain't gonna lie, man. Swishers is worse than cigarettes, man.
Yeah. Oh, are they?
Smoking them shits,
Oh,
man.
of course, because that's how they flavor them. They flavor them all
Oh
those
yeah, all
chemicals
that. I
and
never
shit,
really
bro.
fucked with that flavor shit. I remember when they first started with the flavor shit. It used to be like these wraps.
Yeah.
And they used to have like chocolate and all that shit. And that shit was cool at first. I mean, but then you get a bitch and shit and you smoking a chocolate wrap blunt. Next thing you know, you got this black shit all over your teeth and you look like a fucking animal. So then that shit became nasty. But just that shit just got to be poisonous.
Yeah.
Poison shit you smoking. You know what I'm saying?
You
So
got to give up the blunts at a certain age, guys.
I did.
Yeah,
I haven't.
of
That's what I'm saying. I haven't smoked blunts and shit because I used to like when I was still smoking Swishers and shit. I used to go on tour, and just being on tour, and then you sitting around, you smoking blunts all day. Then you get on stage, you had like just raspy, like
Right.
your voice would just sound like shit.
Right.
So eventually, I got put on the Backwoods.
Yeah.
Shout out my boy Schoolboy Q and all them. That's who brought the Backwoods in effect. Because I remember going to New York and they would smoke Backwoods, but the New York weed wasn't the LA weed.
No.
And the weed they were smoking these Backwoods, I was like, this is the harshest, nastiest
Exactly.
shit I ever smoked
Yeah.
in my fucking life. So I always had this bad stigma with Backwoods.
Yeah, and plus, like the New York weed back then was mad seeds and stems. So
It was
a
disgusting.
backwood is like a thin leaf. It'll be busting through that shit.
I will say I did fuck with the chocolate in Brooklyn though. I
Oh,
did
really?
used to like that shit. They
The
used to have-
chocolate tie?
No, I guess I don't know, but it used to be this weed we used to get in Brooklyn where it'd be like, I don't get me to be wrong about it, but the Jamaicans and shit, they'll like cook it
Yeah.
up with like some brown sugar and
No
shit and all
shit.
type of shit. It would be like Reggie, regular ass weed,
Yeah.
but they'll put a cut on it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, cooking up. They're
yes.
literally stepping on weed, bro.
And that shit used to taste amazing. It used to taste so fucking good. So I
That's
used to like that.
amazing.
And then we'd get like a dime of green and a dime of blacks. They used to call it blacks. With a dime of green and a dime of blacks, mix it up, call it beef and broccoli. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, is that where the beef and broccoli comes from?
Yeah, I mean, in my terms. But
Beef
then
and
that's when
Brox?
the purple haze hit.
Right.
And used to go up to Harlem. That's one thing about New York. Them motherfuckers would travel for some weed.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
we used to take fucking hour train rides. Go
Yeah.
up to Harlem and shit.
That's where I used to send my packs up to Harlem and Washington Heights. Those Dominicans up there. Man.
Now New York has got the weed now.
Exactly.
And it's a whole different ball game
I
up
know.
there, man.
I
I was in the Lower East Side, and the whole fucking block just smelled like dope.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
couldn't believe it because we used to fucking be doing all type of fucking Mission Impossible shit just to smoke weed. Like,
Yeah.
if you get caught with a seed, you go on to Rikers Island.
I know.
So it used to be terrifying, like fucking climbing up on rooftops and shit in the cold and shit like this, fucking passing the fucking flimsy ass backwood and shit, man. So I'm so happy New York got the weed, man. It's
Yeah.
just- I mean, obviously I'm not smoking no more, but it definitely seemed like a more calmer.
Did you
know-
live in New York?
I've done months
there,
stints,
yeah.
you know, going up there doing music and stuff.
Yeah.
It was always hard, man, but I loved it, man.
Yeah, of
Fucking
course.
Get a fucking beef patty.
Yeah.
Living
Get
off-
your chopped cheese.
Yeah, living off chopped cheeses and
Yeah.
shit. I was eating, man, when I was doing Danny's house, I was eating chopped cheeses every night, man. I gained
Yeah.
like 20 pounds.
Yeah, dude,
Fucking
you could
with them chopped cheeses,
you could
man.
eat 3 chopped cheese a day for $15.
I swear to God. Yeah. I fucking gained. Because I think the bad thing about it is that, because, I mean, in Michigan, like, it's like we like a fucking a food desert in that some sense.
Yeah.
You know, like, and when they get a certain time, you ain't about to be able to get nothing but Coney Island.
Yeah.
So just to be able to be having all these restaurants open so
Right.
late, it would be hard. Like I can like go to sleep and wake up like 2 a.m. and be like, fuck, I'm gonna go get a chopped
Bro, and
cheese.
you just hit the street and just walk around. You'll find something.
Yeah, I wake up, get a chopped cheese, go right
Yeah.
back to sleep. I gained so much weight fucking with New York. All right. Next up, we got swallowing spiders.
Okay.
I want to swallow spiders because, ooh, It would be so fun to feel them crawling around in my belly, but death by stomach acid seems like a super twisted, painful death, even for a spider.
Oh my God.
I heard slender sac spiders will crawl back out when you swallow them, so that answers that concerns. What if it crawls into my lungs? How do I do this safely? Much love from the North End. Detroit, shouts out the North End. Miss Bug.
Was this innuendo? Was that a woman
Yeah.
looking to suck a dick? That's what that sounded like.
Swallowing spiders, man. That's some white people shit. This should have been in white people shit. This
Yeah,
shouldn't have been
I
in But no, I mean,
Black people are catching up, though.
it's certain places, yeah, ain't they?
Yeah.
It's certain places where they got the bugs, where you eat bugs and shit.
They say you swallow spiders when you sleep. It's supposed to, like, that was the rumor back in the day. Like, you swallow 12 spiders a year or something ridiculous.
Shit,
Like
in the hood, we was swallowing roaches. Motherfucking roaches crawling on you and shit.
you wake up, you got a fucking roach lodged in your throat.
No, I think you need to go seek treatment. And,
Yeah,
maybe
no,
you need
this
somebody else
motherfucker.
to talk to. This ain't a question Danny can answer.
Yeah, don't let this person anywhere near me.
I mean, I don't really fuck with spiders like that. I mean, I'm not like a bug. I don't get like freaked out by bugs and shit. I ain't saying I'm get scared of bugs and shit. So, but I've been in Australia and seen huge ass
Yeah,
spiders.
Yeah.
And that shit was like death to me, man. Like,
Yeah.
I was terrified for my life. So
Yeah.
I don't know, man. You definitely need to go seek treatment. And we take a 5150, what they call that?
Yeah,
We need to,
yeah. I mean,
they
well,
need-
this actually sounds like a crackhead because crackheads are always worried about. They always think spiders.
I
And,
told you,
know
that
what I
shit
mean?
was crawling on
Yeah,
the bitch.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's very. This is a weird fetish. This is either a crackhead, but I don't think they'd be cognizant enough to write this email in. This sounds like I don't know. This is definitely some twisted Marilyn Manson. This would be a Danny Brown fan. Let's face it.
Don't do that to my people. My people got a little more. They're a little classier than swallowing spiders.
Yeah, some of them, but some of them also like to swallow spiders.
Oh man, but I mean, like I said, I've eaten bugs before. I mean, like
That's true. People eat bugs around the world, and there's some of them are quite yummy.
I mean, it was delicious.
Yeah.
And actually, in Australia again, they had one of my favorite restaurants, George's in Brisbane. Shout out Brisbane.
Nice. But
And-
they're cooked though. That's the
Yeah, the
difference.
cooked spiders. I mean,
Yeah.
they look like spiders. I don't know if they spiders, but it's like the cooked bugs and shit. I always
Yeah.
get them shits every time I go, man.
Yeah.
I can't wait to get back out to Brisbane, man. I bring a nice shirt
Yeah.
every time I go out there, man.
Yeah.
I bring a nice shirt so I can go to George's. It's like this.
I've never been down there.
It's like a seafood restaurant. It's like right on top of the water and all the fucking.
Do you get in the water when you go down there?
I'm black.
So
I don't know how to swim.
yeah, no, I know that, but
They
like
got the
up to your
motherfucking-
waist. Do you anymore? Because I'm scared of great white sharks. They got the massive sharks down there,
no, I don't really fuck around with beaches and shit.
right?
to
But
be
you go to the
honest.
beach though.
No,
You don't even go to the beach.
I don't like that shit like that.
That's hilarious.
I don't know. I just
you know
really
what,
don't
Danny
fuck
Brown?
with it.
You're old school, bro.
Yeah, man.
Because you know what, black people are starting to swim now, but I'm glad you can't, bro.
I don't. I
You're
don't
keeping the
fuck with it, man.
stereotype alive.
I've almost drowned one time. My mom had to save me, jumping into the deep end by mistake. It was the worst shit ever. You got black parents, man. She was pissed. Like,
Yeah,
motherfucker,
yeah.
you got my hair wet.
Oh my
She
god,
wanted to
dude.
kill my ass.
Oh, don't you know you can't swim?
I mean, I was just having a good time. I was having a
Yeah.
little too much fun, but no, I can't swim. That's probably something I need to learn.
Yeah, because black people love pools. You guys love a pool,
I mean, we love pool parties because we want to see the bitches shaking ass.
of course. So you gotta take the next step and at least learn a basic breaststroke.
I'm just a hot tub kind of guy. You know what I'm saying? I just like to sit in hot tubs. I do like sensory deprivation, though.
Oh, I
I
never
really
done
do
it.
those that. I mean, actually, man, that's really what I need to get back into. Because when I was doing that shit, I started smoking cigarettes.
Yeah,
When I was doing that shit all the time, it's probably better for me than therapy, to be honest. Therapy's been great, but
you're really working on yourself.
sensory deprivation, man, that shit was like, man, you damn near. It's almost like you took mushrooms sometime. You
Yeah.
can really blast off. But
Yeah.
I will say one of the main things was helping me relax so much. Because I would take edibles before I go. So I don't know how I would do without
Sure,
taking edibles.
right,
You know what
right.
I'm saying?
That's a variable.
That adds a lot to it, because you got to be calm. Because the first time you do it, man, I mean, the first couple times you do, you're not going to be good at it. You're going to be floating around, feeling all awkward. You're like, why the fuck am I doing this
Yeah.
dumbass shit?
Yeah.
Butt naked, sitting around, floating around. You get salt water in your eye. Then you just ruin the whole thing.
Yeah,
So you got to learn how to float. And then once you learn how to float and you got that shit down packed, it's such a relaxing thing. man.
Right.
It really helps, man. It really helps with your mental health and shit. All right, next up, we got Arsenal, which I was a fucking going. Shouts out to my boys out there. Hey, Danny, I went to Arsenal games, one of the funnest sporting
out in
events.
England?
Yeah, it was one
Nice.
of the funnest sporting events I've ever been to in my life. Danny here from Liverpool. Another Danny. Been a fan since the hybrid. I was wondering what you're thinking of Arsenal at the minute. And how are you going to celebrate if they win the whole thing? I ain't even going to lie to you, cuz. Ever since I moved to Austin, I've been going to the Austin FC games. And I've actually became a fan. So I haven't really been following Premier League like that. I've actually been into MLS.
Dude, that's wild.
Yeah, man.
MLS is supposed to be coming up.
It definitely is. And I feel like, a lot of people look down on it because it's not the best soccer players in the world, like Premier League and shit like that.
Yeah.
But, I mean, just being in America, I can watch it, so it's like, man, I'm going to follow what we got going on out here. And then you just have to fucking wake up early as fuck to watch fucking football games and shit like that. So now I can, watch them at a decent time now.
Right.
And being all that. So I haven't really been following what's been going on in Premier League. Almost been like for a few years now. So I don't know what the fuck is going on. I'm still a gunner. I will say it's still in my heart. I was mad when they sent Young Thug a jersey though. I'm like, fuck.
So like rappers are getting into soccer now.
I mean, I don't know.
Football.
I've always been into it, but for me, it's because I'm a video game playing motherfucker.
Yeah, of course. Oh, with FIFA, bro,
I'm
back
just
in the day.
Huge FIFA fan.
Oh my God.
Me and
There's
Tony
nothing-
Yayo used to have battles in FIFA when I lived with him. That's all we did. So I would always pick Arsenal, and he would pick Man U.
Yeah.
So that's how I became an Arsenal fan.
Yeah.
It came from video games. So
Yeah.
yeah, man. But now I play FIFA. I play with MLS teams.
Nice.
And most of them motherfuckers' highest ratings is like in the 60s.
Yeah, I know, dude. I know. America shouldn't be good at soccer, though. We should only be so good. Like
But
that's
the
not our
females
thing.
are right.
The females are good, I think.
Yeah, we got the brolic bitches. Them bitches are thick. Got the
Yeah,
thick
that's
shoulders.
true. We got the fucking thick
I
white.
love that the thick cornbread white bitches,
Same.
man, like the fucking softball bitches.
A soccer player body.
I
Ooh.
love watching them big softball pitching bitches, man. Like watching them bitches wind that motherfucker up.
Yeah.
I'll sit there and watch. I'll watch women's softball, volleyball. I love women's college volleyball. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Danny, it's like you go from the blackest I can't swim to I also enjoy a nice woman's softball game.
I really do. I love
You are
women's
a
softball.
different kind of cat,
I
man.
love women's softball. I love women. I mean, obviously, I love women's volleyball.
Women's tennis is really good.
Yeah,
I like women's tennis because they don't ace as much because they're not as strong, so they have really good rallies. I like a nice rally.
like when Serena was doing her thing.
Exactly.
But they too skinny, man.
Serena?
I mean,
Serena wasn't too
that's
skinny.
what I'm saying. When she was
She's
doing her
bigger
thing,
than us.
it was doing her thing. It was fun to watch, but because
Yeah.
and then they wear them little tennis skirts and shit.
Yeah, exactly.
If they did it in like some booty shorts,
Oh.
yeah,
It'd probably
watch
be
that
better.
Motherfucker jiggle when they hit the ball and
Oh.
shit. That shit would be lit. But yeah, I love volleyball. That's my
Yeah.
favorite. Track and field too.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Track and field's fun.
Yeah. When they do the little dirt jump shit, what they call that?
Oh, they jump into the.
Yeah.
They go 1, 2, 3, and then leap.
That motherfucker be jiggling.
Yeah.
That motherfucker be jiggling on that
Asses are
latch.
jiggling.
Before they lift off, that motherfucker be shaking. All right. We'll jump to some white people shit, then we'll get up out of here.
Great.
First up, we got
Great.
White people shit.
glass blowing.
This is where I shine.
Hey, Hitler.
Whoa.
I'm a glass blower. That's my job. Artistic jewelry and industrial quartz for the production of microchips. My mentor is half black, who I learned from, but there are not many black people who blow glass. Yes, they do. They smoke crack.
Thank you. Thank you. They originated it.
It's glass blowing white people shit. Touch my camera through the fence. Keep killing it, Danny. Yes, glass blowing is some white people shit, but I ain't gonna lie, man. That is some crazy shit. I think I watched a documentary about that shit, and just the art of that shit is fucking amazing, man. But
It's pretty cool.
I mean, from the hood and seeing motherfuckers smoke crack. So I ain't trying to put no glass up to my lips and get that close to fire and all that kind of
Yeah.
shit. So I think that's where we draw the line as black people, because you like, man, that's going, that's almost triggering in some sense. So
Yeah. That'd be pretty cool. Light a gigantic rock, like because I've seen those giant glass blowing pieces. So you imagine that, and then you just light a kilo on fire, and then you just get it. I mean, it's pretty
like
amazing.
I think Charlie Sheen was doing that.
Yeah,
When he said that.
yeah. Dude, he goes, I used to blow 7-gram
7
rocks.
gram rocks. Can you imagine what a 7 gram rock look like, man? 'Cause I used to cut it up, so I never really. And that was just like 8 balls and shit. So I can imagine God damn, Charlie
Yeah,
Sheen,
he was just
man.
doing that. I would have loved to have been his coke dealer. Oh,
I mean, all you need is him.
All you need is him.
Yeah.
You're moving like a kilo a month just to him.
All you need is him. I've known a couple people like that where they just had like 3. That's like the best way to be a drug dealer.
Be a high-end coke dealer.
I mean, when you just only got like 3 or 4 people.
Exactly.
Y'all know each other. Y'all close. I mean, that's right there, man. That's like.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's a drug dealer's dream.
It is. It is. And being a coke dealer is like the best because if you're only selling it to high-end people who are using it, they're not going to turn around and get busted with it and then turn around and rat you out. They're just going to consume the drugs right there. So it's like, it's a win-win.
I love coke, man. I ain't gonna lie, but I can't fuck with it no more, man. I was in rehab, man. And one of the guys told me they was cutting the coke with the powder from fluorescent lights, man.
Ugh, but that coke ain't moving though. You ain't selling that coke to Robert De Niro.
I mean, no. But yeah, man. But he would have been my coke dealer. That's the thing.
Come on.
That's the type of motherfuckers I'm getting selling me shit.
Were you buying bad coke back in your day?
I feel like all the coke was bad, pretty much. I only got good
What
coke
were you
like
paying?
a few times.
Well, you were buying it in Detroit?
Mm-hmm.
Just for personal use?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm shocked. Danny Brown was into cocaine.
Oh, I mean,
Big
yeah,
shock.
but I've never. The best coke I ever did was in fucking Mexico.
Yeah, same.
Obviously, Mexico City.
Same. I actually had better coke in Mexico than I did in Colombia.
Oh, really?
And I've been to like the factory there.
Mm-hmm. That was the best I did. I mean, that's when you be like, yeah, this is what it's all about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Do you feel
now
like a
this
rock
coke,
star?
you just get anxiety. You
Yeah, exactly.
don't even want to
Yeah.
do shit. You just be like, what the fuck is going on with my life, man?
No, the fentanyl killed the coke game in America. It
And
killed
which fucked
cocaine
me
fun.
up, man. I couldn't believe they was doing that,
Yeah,
man. Because I'm
it's
like,
bullshit.
I've always thought like fentanyl was like more of like for downer shit, like for heroin and shit like that. So I
yeah.
never thought it was gonna get to coke. You
It's
know?
dumbass people just stretching it, you know?
I mean, but they say like once you do like a little fentanyl, you just addicted to that,
Wow.
and you don't even realize what you really addicted to, and you'll be like, oh, this shit was the pack.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so now
Yeah.
you're running back trying to get the fentanyl and all that shit.
Yeah. So what was the question? Oh, glass blowing. Yeah.
Yeah, glass blowing.
We ain't doing it.
We smoking crack.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Come on, move on to the next one. That'd be
All
a
right.
good business, like creative crack pipes, like really like beautiful, like a museum with just like the dopest crack pipe designs.
Yeah, because motherfuckers just had to go to the gas station and get those roses and get those for roses
It was
and
always
shit
the roses.
with the Choy Boy and all
Yeah,
that shit.
yeah.
Yeah, that was just you had to do. Even just doing that, when you got to do that much shit to smoke, that shit just going too far.
You get Whitney Houston on one. You get Tyrone Biggums on one. He was another famous
Tyrone
crackhead.
Biggums wasn't a real crackhead.
Oh,
though.
yeah, good point. Good go. I thought Dave Chappelle was a real crackhead. Shit, okay. That was just Dave Chappelle with powder on his
that
lips?
was just
Fuck,
Dave
dude.
Chappelle.
Damn it.
I guess Richard Pryor.
Richard Pryor.
But if you get like if you had this like that clientele list where you just got like 4 people, what?
Game, dude.
Fuck
Game
crypto.
over.
You don't even need no crypto.
Exactly. Damn, it's about to make me go back, Danny.
No,
I can't
man,
talk
this is
about
triggering.
bro.
See, that's what they
This is triggering.
That's what they taught me in rehab. You need to leave that shit in the past. You don't need to be talking about that kind of shit no more. So this is triggering. All right.
That's my trigger. Like, you know how an alcoholic gets triggered by drives by a bar? Talking about dope dealing, that's my addiction is like selling drugs. So
I feel like that comes with jail.
yeah, it does.
Like when you spend a lot of time because that's all you sit around and talk about.
Oh, it's like a networking
Yeah,
event,
that's
dude.
all you sit around,
Everybody's
everybody.
exchanging numbers.
You just fucking telling war stories the
Yeah,
whole day,
yeah.
and there's nothing worse than when a motherfucker lying. You
Oh,
don't hear
they're one of the most lying motherfuckers in
You hear
jail,
the
bro.
most extravagant shit in your life. Yeah, I had 50 bricks, man. You know.
Oh, but you ain't got no bail money.
Yeah, you ain't got no commissary. You begging for my noodles.
Exactly.
And you talk about you had 50 bricks on the street, man. You hear the most lying stories,
Oh,
but
man.
they be great, man. Motherfucker could write a whole script in that bitch.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, we get one more, then we get up out of here. All right, we got E-Girls. What up, Danny and crew? I got some white people shit on my mind to share. This has started more recently with the rise of E-Girls and Twitch booty streamers, and I'm talking about these girls who sell their farts in a jar or bath water or whatever.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
I knew a Twitch streamer, Amarif, was selling farts and bath water, and Belle Delphine kind of started that shit with the bath water. All white girls. What do you think? I feel like both selling and also buying this is white people shit. Thanks, love the show, and keep scaring the hoes. The album is so insanely good. No, I wouldn't say this is actually white people shit. This is just creep. This is just creep
creepy
pervert
shit.
behavior.
Yeah. No, this
Like,
spans all race, the whole spectrum.
not gonna lie though, when Belle Delphine started to sell the bath water, I kind of wanted to cop.
So hold on, I don't know about the bathwater. I know about the farts, but
I mean, I just wanted to cop just like some meme shit because I like buying dumb shit like that. But I kind of wanted to cop, but it sold out so quick.
so she would take a bath and then use that water.
Yeah, jar up the water and
Yeah.
sell it. Because I just thought that would just be cool to have.
Yeah, I know that would be pretty rock and roll.
Belle Delphine is actually the truth. She's like one of the top trolls, I think, to grace the internet, man. You know, She did her thing, man. She made a shit ton of money. She got in the game, and I feel like she got out. She did her thing, man.
Dude, if you can sell doo-doo or bathwater, I mean, and get out the game, like get in, right?
Yeah.
Get in and get out. More power to you.
Yeah, so she just, she was just, she hit the game. I mean, if there's a market for it, supply and demand, she did her thing. But like selling farts though is crazy though.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I thought about that when that became a phenomena. Like I knew this hot influencer chick, and I was like, dude, I'll do the farting, but we'll just put your stamp on it.
God damn
and
it.
we'll fucking bubble together.
So you just fucked up the whole shit. Because now who's saying that was actually Belle Delphine bathwater?
That's what I mean. It probably, come on.
I think you should.
How are we going to verify that?
Yeah, exactly. But I just, I like to collect dumb shit. So I've just, if it's just been something that I would have bought and just had on my desk or something, like,
Yeah.
just cool shit like that, man. But that's all that is, man. All right, man, we'll get up out of here, man. I know you just got in town, man. So.
Hold on. Can you give my producer a shout out?
Yeah.
Yeah, his name's Brian.
Shouts out Brian, man.
Brian, and he's the biggest hipster you've ever met. Vegan, wears overalls, pasty white guy, and he just loves Danny Brown. I've been on Flagrant now. I've been on your mom's house. He didn't give a shit. He didn't even ask me how it went. But on the plane today, he goes, "Hey man, can I ask you a genuine favor?" And I thought he was gonna ask for a raise, and I was like,
"Oh shit,
fuck!" I was like, "What?" And he goes, "Can you have Danny give me a shout out?"
Yeah, shouts out to Brian.
Yeah,
man.
he said he's
Thank
the biggest
brother.
fan, bro. And he's put me on to like a lot of like songs I haven't even heard of yours.
Oh shit,
yeah.
thank you, man.
Brian Cullen. There you go.
Shouts out Brian, man.
He's the
Thank
best.
you, brother.
He's the
Thank
best.
you, thank
Yeah,
you, man.
man.
Yeah, man. So yeah, we'll be up out of here, man. You got some shit you want to plug?
Yeah. Just watch The Connect with
Yes.
Johnny Mitchell
It's dope.
on YouTube, man. We talk that prison shit. We talk, we basically do documentaries. We go to different places. We have a lot of cool guests on. Maybe we'll get Danny in studio.
Hell yeah, I'm down.
When you're in LA, man, you got to
Whenever.
come through, dude.
Hell yeah. I won't wear my Rolex.
No, we're in South Central too. Yeah, you got to tuck that shit, bro.
Taking that shit off.
Yeah, it's tucking season in LA, dude.
Fuck that.
So, and then, I'm a stand-up comedian, so I'm all over the place this summer. Follow me at Mr. Johnny Mitchell on Instagram. I'm always putting on my dates. And, come out and see a show, man.
Yeah, thank you, brother, for pulling up anytime, man.
Yeah,
It's fun,
that's
man.
what's
Hell
up.
yeah, man.
Love, bro.
We out. Peace, y'all.
Yeah.